Sung is so important, and you know, when you hear these things, you ask people and say, "Oh yeah, that's like number one." I said, "What?" Nobody told me that for my first 20 years of studying Kung Fu. But now I realize how important it is, and these skills and concepts, you have to work on them, you know, individually. But it's when enough things combine and they overlap and they work together, that's when they reveal themselves. So even though when we study when you study something, right? Sports is always the easiest example, but it's true for everything, that you learn one skill at a time and you try and perfect it, and then you learn the next skill, but you're always trying to perfect the previous skills. And so when they say you have a skill set, it just means you have the basics of it. So in sports, right? Drill and practice, drill and practice, drill and practice. And once you get that baseline, then you can do things. And in the beginning, you get so focused on the individual drills that if you do them well, you think that's what it's all about. But as you get to a higher level, you realize the true skills are built on basics. Okay? So it's the same thing with what we're doing here. So I repeat the same things over and over again. And you know, when I hear things, it's, you know, I know the teacher has been saying that for 30 years. And one day it finally made sense. But maybe it made sense because it was waiting for me to perfect or understand one missing skill, right? And then everything comes together. It's that missing piece and everything falls into place. Yeah? It's working on that 1,000-piece jigsaw puzzle, and somebody hides that one piece, and it can just never satisfy, never works. And one day it shows up, and then you see the big picture. Yeah. A good example is I was looking at my phone in the morning, and one of my friends said, "Hey, I found this free stuff lying on the side of the road," and I'm looking at that tiny little screen, and I had to ask him, "What is it?" And then when I went to my larger screen, he said, "Oh, it's this old vacuum cleaner. I think it works." And when I looked closely at a larger picture, oh, yeah, now I can see it, right? The perspective needs to change. And I needed to ask, right? Instead of thinking, wow, I can figure it out for myself. I couldn't, right? I asked for help. Okay? So think of Sung, even if you don't understand it, look for it on your own. Just think about it, even if it's just relaxing, right? You have to learn how to relax. And eventually, it'll start to make sense what relaxing is. It's not just relaxing, but the whole idea of having a concept like Sung is to be able to relax while you're doing something, while you're in action, while you're expanding, while you're fighting, while you're playing, while you're laughing, while you're sleeping. Sung. Okay? And then the world will get bigger. Your definition will get bigger. Okay? So we're practicing our silk reeling. Okay, so just a quick review of the silk reeling. The silk reeling is the medical Qigong where the center of your palm is your heart element, and we're running it right down. The first movement, we're running it right down the center, the tip of the middle finger, the center of the palm, the center of the wrist, center of the forearm, and center of the elbow. Okay, so these are 5 elements, and each element corresponds with 2 organs. So as you're washing them with your heart, right, going back and forth, and switching, and then switching, and switching, and going back and forth, right? You're having this wave, this washing through your body. And this is the pericardium channel, runs on the inside. So it's like sitting on the shore, right? Watching that wave washing back and forth, back and forth. It's dynamic, It's calm, it's consistent, but it expands, it contracts, gets bigger, gets larger, and it mixes everything up, right? And again, Sung, so we have to have that relaxation. If something's locked, right, it's going to interfere with everything else. But if all the locks are open, all the channels are open, and the body can naturally heal itself, you don't have to understand, oh, how to heal and how to fix this. You just focus on relaxing and being able to have the energy flow in your body while building up the strength and integrity. So you can cultivate more, you have more chi, you learn to be more efficient, you don't waste. So your storage of chi in your Tantin gets larger and larger and larger. And anytime you have deficiencies in your body, you can open up those blockages and just naturally allow that chi to flow through. Okay? Always remember to imagine you flowing the chi from outside, in through your body, and out through where you want. And that's the simplest way to heal, okay? Yourself and others. Okay? So the silk reeling is gently holding that light thread throughout your whole body, connecting the pericardium channel, and when you wash the outside, connecting the triple burner channel, seated or standing. If you want to go seated, allow your body to turn all the way, transfer your weight, and then shift. Transfer your weight, and then shift. Okay? So seated or standing, doesn't matter. All the same. As you stand and you shift, right? Study. Are you rooted? Are you centered right over your leg? Or are you leaning and falling? So take that time while you're moving to check your balance. And you don't have to go very low. Just sinking a little bit will help you to correct imbalances in your body. And we want to get that nice, continuous motion. Keep the shoulders down right here. Don't let the shoulders lift. Keep the shoulders down. Try to make it as smooth as possible. You can go all the way up through and wash all the way through. See? So the first movement of the silk reeling. Now, one thing I did before, I've talked about before, but in this series that we've done, is if you're standing, if you're doing standing, you can consciously, as you turn, you can sit back while you turn. You shift your weight to sit back. Okay? So sitting back to the back leg. Sitting back while you turn. And if you do the standing and you sit back, it's like drawing and sinking back, that pumps the lymphatic system a little more. So if you feel like you want to activate the lymphatic system, instead of just turning and turning while you turn, sink back to the back leg. Sink to the back leg. And it takes a while. When I started to practice this, I could only do it one side. That's how conscious, an effort I had to make. And I still have to think about it, sinking back and turning, and sinking back and turning. So even if it's just one side, that's fine. Okay, so that's the first one. Okay, then the next one is the hand gently rubs the body, right? And then ends with the teacup. And we did it progressively, so you can just do the rubbing and the wave. And right here, drop the hand. Learn to just drop the hand and then bring it up. Dropping the shoulder, dropping the elbow, and then letting it turn and cutting across. Right? So the bottom hand teacups and just let it drop. Release that tension. So listen to your shoulder. So that's that no resistance. You don't want any resistance in the joints. If you're resisting, it's out of alignment. And we're just facilitating joint issues. So learn to drop and relax. So some for you right now might literally just be, relaxing, and that's enough. But if you can discover your areas of tension and learn to let it go, that's a lot, right? That's a lot of correction. That's a lot of healing. Okay? So that's the first part. Okay? So just coming back and forth, and then same thing, you can come to the shoulder, you can cut diagonally across, we can stay right on the dantian, we can raise a little higher by the belly button, we can cut across right under the rib cage, we can cut across right through the rib cage, we can come up across a little higher, right? Each area you're going to have different acupuncture points that you're emphasizing. Again, on your left side, right about the center of your rib cage, right about here, your liver, just below that your gallbladder. On the right side, and actually the stomach is here, right? Stomach is not here. That's why I say lower belly. Stomach is actually up here, and then the spleen is a little bit low. So stomach is on the left side of the rib cage, and then it drops down, right, into the spleen, and then intestines, right? So the gut area, the intestines, kidneys are in the back. Okay? So to get the kidneys, right, when you teacup, we have to turn and let this hand massage, right, this part here, massage, drop the shoulders down, and then my palm is facing down, and then my whole arm I can rub against my body. The whole arm can rub. So we can use the silk reeling, and we use especially the second part to massage all the organs, right? And we can cut across and really come across here and rub, and you can change the direction. So the same thing we're talking about the skill, right? You learn one first, and then the next, and the next, and then pretty soon it becomes really circular while you're moving, and then you can get a large organ massage, right? So you can come here and massage, and then come out. So you just have to practice, and then you practice alternating. Then you can come up with your own drill, right? If it's easier to just work your way up the ladder, or go down the ladder, or however you want to do it. Okay? And then let it teacup, right? Come and let it teacup and massage. Let it teacup and massage. Right? Let it teacup and massage. So you have this small little movement in your palm as I come out, right? Holding the teacup, drop the shoulder while you're doing it, and then press in gently so it massages, right? And just have that feeling of massaging. And then the last part was rising and letting go, right? It's like a little slap, but let everything go. So imagine you're gathering up all that energy, all that stress, and then shaking it out. You can think of it that way, right? We're collecting, breathing in, and releasing. Just let it go. Exhale, let everything go. Right? Like you're grabbing all the gunk in your body while you're massaging, spiraling it up and letting it go. And you put in the intent of the massage, of the cleaning of your body, right? Connect the top of your head up to heaven, up to the sky, to let that clean energy from the universe flowing through your body. Sink the bottom of your feet, center the chi, sink your feet into the ground so you can connect to the energy through the earth, so that you're fully connected with heaven and earth, and with all the elements. And as you relax and your vibration rises, you want to be able to vibrate at the same frequency as the earth. And that's the Om sound. That's why they say Om. You're trying to get the body to vibrate at the same frequency as the earth. Right? So as I rise, it spirals. Right? So as I'm coming through, I'm spiraling out, and then keeping my shoulder down, elbow down, and relaxing. Right? I'm cutting through, and I come here, it's spiraling and twisting, stretching my fingertips, my other hand following, and as I turn, notice my elbows and arms don't flare out. It just rises, relax the shoulder, keep everything in the center, and straight down. Yeah. Let the forearm go. So if you come here, right, her forearm needs to drop too. Relax, let go, let go, let go, let go, let go, let go, let go. There. Yeah, let everything go. Okay? So that's the review, right? It's basic shooting palms. And then the shooting palms move to the next movement, the more teacup movement, right? Either part of it or the whole movement. Oh, and then last one, you can, from the kidneys, right, we can massage down, go through the piriformis and down the side of the leg. Right? So we have all that variation. Okay? All right, so today let's look at the third one. Okay, so the third one is really balance. No, we'll do it in the chair first. So, and the third one is about centering. So this looks like our warm-up. You're going to see where this warm-up comes from, and I'm talking about this warm-up here. Okay? So, just starting with one hand, right? Just let it gently rub against the body, and it spirals up. And you have to center your mind on the palm, and put it right over the top of the head, right? So I'm like this. So if the arm swings, right? It's just the arm swinging, and it centers. So we'll center your heart with your spine. Remember now, the spine is not dead center of your head. It's a little back, the giddy place. And then it's going to turn. So imagine just the palm, relax your shoulders, and just the palm turning, and let the body turn with that. So it's as if your palm is dialing, right? Twisting, yeah. So twist, and then as you come back, the elbow drops, and it comes straight down. And then the other hand rises, right over the center, and drop your shoulder and drop your elbow while it turns, it spins. Relax your neck and waist, and then it comes back. And so right now, just wash the outside and just focusing on that rising hand. It turns and it comes back. And with your mind, follow the palm. You don't have to look at the palm, but you follow it. Follow it with your mind. So in the warm-up, right, we're coming here, and the warm-up, we're spinning this way. But in this movement, we just want to come up and just turn. And you can see the twist and the spiral of the body is the same. Relax the shoulder. So as you turn, really relax the shoulder. It's just gently turning together. The spine is following the palm is following the mind, right? And just turning. Okay, so that's the seated. To finish the movement, this hand, both hands will rise, and as you turn the palm out and drop the palm. Right, so let me face, I'll face this way. I'll face 45 degrees. We'll come up, turn, and then tap. So similar to the other one where we did that little palm, and then rise back into place, and then come back to center, and then it's going to change. I want to turn my waist, I'm going to turn, and then double palm, and then come back, and then switch. Okay, so switching, and turning, drop the shoulder, elbow, give a double palm, then reset, and turn back to center, switching, Dialing, and then double palm. And just taking your time. Try to keep the legs from moving all over the place. So as you turn, you have to relax so that the knees are, in the seated right now, the knees are actually keep their alignment. So they'll just move back and forth. Gently breathing in and out. Gently stretching. Right, so turning. Sorry, I'm reading the transcription. It says shankly breathing. Okay? So as we turn, right, right about the giddy, going right down through the spine to the tailbone, and just rotating like this. Just the spine rotating, right, and twisting and stretching and coming back. But you can feel that expansion and that relaxation while it's turning right around the center. So as I turn, you don't see my body wobbling like this. I want to take away that wobble, just turning, and just the arms dropping and letting all the tension go. Okay? So on the healing side again, like picking up and washing, and then letting it go. And then picking it up, but a little lighter, resetting. And then picking up, nice full breath, gathering up all that gunk in the body, and then letting it go. Oh, that transcript was hilarious. It said Nicole Kidman. Live transcript. I don't know how Nicole Kidman got into our live transcript. Okay, so seated, really relax. So you can stay seated or you can try the standing if you want. So with the standing, right, it will be same thing. You're just starting off and figuring that out. But as you turn, right, you have to bend. Right? If you're standing upright and you turn, it's going to twist and pull everything out of alignment. So you have to have a little bit of bend. Turn as much as you comfortably can. And then come back. Right, so just doing the palms. Right? If I turn too much and if I pull my arm back, right, as I'm coming back, I don't want to pull my arm back. Right? I still want to have that same feeling in the joints. I have to turn my waist. So my hand is right here. Right? It just comes here and just really comes here. It's the turn of my body that brings my arm back. And what we want to do is you want to walk in place. So really it's you pick up one knee and then you turn gently and step straight down. Don't step out. We're not walking out. Right? We're just coming up. So you can just practice your leg first, right? Keeping the body upright, chin down, upper body suspended from above, leg aligned and sinking while you pick the knee, right? And then turn right from the center, step straight down, don't step out, right? Pick up and turn back and down, and then shift, pick the knee straight up, turn and down. So you could turn a lot, but to turn a lot, you have to go lower and you have to keep the knee aligned. Right? And you start feeling stress over here, it's torquing and there's tension, that's too much. Okay? So just doing this is going to build up the quads, it's going to build up the other muscles. Keeping the knee straight is going to help to build and loosen and tone and correct things. And you're practicing your balance. So picking up, right? Just first turning, we're just looking at the legs, and up and turn and back. And when I pick up my leg, I can feel, oh, do I want to lean forward or back? So I have to, first I'm just focusing on keeping my body centered, keeping my balance. tap, and up. Turn, down. I'm not transferring any weight when I touch down. Coming up. All my weight is on my standing leg. Turn and down. Okay? So if we add the hands, so rising, the leg rises. We dial, right? We turn, the leg comes down, the palms come down. Let all that tension in your shoulders go, right? Don't hold it up, let it go. And then reset it back to the center. The leg and the hand rise, turn back to center. The leg comes down, the hand comes down. As I shift, then the other leg can rise with the palms and turn, step down. Okay, all my weight is on this leg. I'm not shifting. And then reset. Okay. So if you just do this, that's a lot. Okay. Does this movement expand into more? Sure. But this is a lot. This is enough. It's enough for me. Because first we're just going to work on our balance, right? Relaxing the shoulders, relaxing the palm. That's a lot of alignment. So the slower I do it, the more relaxed I do it, the better. But if you're doing it and you're falling all over the place, you have to relax, keep the sternum up. Really feel that center, going right down to the center of your feet. Right? So if you're moving all over the place, this is a lot. And once you get stable, right, then you can try and turn a little bit more. Or you could add another layer of movement onto this. But if we look at everything you're doing now, right? So standing on one leg while turning, washing the outside of the arm, right? So we have that 5-element medical Qigong, right? Twisting, turning, balancing, balance, alignment, muscle strength. And as you get comfortable, remembering to Sung. Remember to add Sung. So this is the third part of the silk reeling. Just this. Next time I'll show you some expansion from this, but I think for today, this is all we need. Relaxing, letting all this go. So breathing in and turning and out. And you don't have to go low. Oops, I fell right there. Oh. Do as I say, not as I do. So it takes a lot of focus. It really does take a lot of focus. And even my pants are getting in the way because I don't have the bottom tied up. So as I'm stepping down, I'm stepping on the inside of my cuff. Yeah, all kinds of things going on. So if the palms are getting in the way of the balance, right, take the palms away, just center yourself and just reset your spine, your body, and remind yourself, what does that feel like? Right? And then maybe slowly pick up your arms. Right? Okay, arms are a little higher. Then maybe just do a small little movement while you're turning, keeping the shoulders down. Right? Just that small up and down. Right? And then going back and adding that, or not even stepping. Right? You could just practice turning and here, right? And just shifting the weight right? Just practice turning and switching and shifting. So there's a lot of things going on, right? So we're washing the outside. So the outside, right? The inside is the middle finger coming up the center of the arm. The outside is the ring finger, and then it comes to the outside of the arm, goes through the shoulders and comes out by the collarbone. That's the triple burner channel, and it merges with the pericardium channel inside. So triple burner, and again, the burners, the first burner is the intake, the swallowing, the throat and such. The second burner is the processing, so stomach, spleen and such, and the last burner is the expulsion, so intestines, right? Getting rid of the waste. That's what the triple burners are. And you can see that if you do the full movement, right, you're picking up something, letting it go. So you can imagine, right, you're picking up and flushing the chi through the whole body, right? Through the central channel. You can focus on the spine or one organ, or just the whole upper body cavity, letting it go, and then resetting, right? Anchoring down and then picking up, and then letting it go. So when you let something go, you can vibrate or shake your fingers, right? Like shaking that water off, shaking that waste off and such. Make the movement small enough that's comfortable for you. You want to have movement, you want it to be safe, you don't want too much muscle tension, right? Just the muscle tension, trying to be centered and balanced while picking up your leg, and doing this is a lot. If I just focus on that, relaxing and keeping my shoulders down, right, and thinking of Sung with the rest of my body, that's a lot. Right? Or I could keep my hands up while I'm doing it, hands in different posture. It's going to affect where your balance is. And even now I'm rushing, so if I take a wider stance, what I'm saying is, you know, finish the movement. So, right, coming out, finish this movement, come up, turn back, and my weight is here, stepping down, finish the movement, shift, and then pick up the leg. So I can feel myself rushing through that. So I have to remind myself, don't rush through that, okay? So that's a lot, right? So number 3, this is number 3. Coming down. Seated or standing. Take your time, find your balance. If you can stand, but you need assistance, okay? Oh, I should have brought it out. This is where I love those walkers, because the walker gives you 3 sides. So you could brace yourself. It's in the room. That's okay, right? So I could just if I'm feeling really unstable, but I want to practice a little bit of the standing, but I want to be safe, I could just rest one hand, right, to help me stabilize very lightly, or just, you know, just tapping, right? I could just practice the one hand, right? And then if I had, here, right? So if the chair or something on 2 sides, that's why the walker is good, right? It would give me all 3. So I could do one side and lightly turn and have this there, right? I don't want to grab it unless I have to. And I just turn as much as is comfortable, right? Coming down, right? If I needed that brace on the other side, I could rest my hand on that support. And I don't have to go low, I don't have to go really high, right? So I could just switch all the way up and down, right? That's almost like doing this, right? So it's really same movement, but at least I have that confidence that if I fall, the fall is very short and I can catch myself right away. If I need to, right, I could put the chair behind me so I could sit right away and such. Okay? No, don't need. I think everybody's kind of got the idea of it. Yeah, so when I look at that walker, I realize, wow, that walker is actually a really good exercise tool. It's, yeah, And I should probably bring it out for my own PT exercises, because when I go to PT, they have the big racks. I can support myself there. I come home and I'm looking around and I forget, just open up the walker. And then I'll have 3 bars in front of me that I can support. Okay? So, real fast review again. Right, the shooting palms, side to side. And then with all the massages of the organ massage, shifting and sitting back. Sitting back, you'll pump the lymphatic system and cutting across, right? Whatever height you want to do. And such, and coming out, and with the palms. Coming out, and with the palms. Okay, so then that's number 2. So all of this movement from here, right? And then number 3 that we started today is the standing and turning. Make it as simple and easy as you need to do it. Seated or standing. Don't turn too much, but turn at least a little bit so you learn to free up your waist and your spine. Keep the sternum up and get your balance. Learning center of balance, okay? And sung, right? So always sung, always thinking about sung, okay? All right, so to warm down, just return back to the shooting palms, or just to loosen up and warm, and you can vibrate your fingers and vibrate your palm. And even in the chair, I want to keep my legs extended, and I can turn. Even in the chair, I can shift a little to one side, right? Yeah, turn the waist, relax the hip. There, turn. So you want to feel the pelvic joint. Feel the pelvic joint folding and unfolding. Yeah. Shoulders down. Okay, so we'll end with the bell meditation. I know all of you need to go and carve your pumpkin and get into your costume. What you gonna be, Randy? Oh, I think I'll be a kung fu person. When I was teaching, that's what I did. I think all I had was a polyester Chinese outfit, so I grabbed my practice sword, carried around, and I was the kung fu guy for the day. Too bad I didn't have the old long hair, right? The peace drama hair.
The braids.
Yeah, not the Q, before that. All right, bring the hands up, breathe in, expand, and let everything fall into place. Let the palms rest on the lap, either up or down, or if you want to do the prayer position, right? If you want to do here, that's fine. So I want you to decide for yourself, right? Is this what you want to do today? Is this what you need? Does this feel best for you? Even the hands hanging straight down, right? You decide, what's comfortable for you. Lightly close your eyes. Calm your breathing down. Open your throat. Let the chi, let the air sink below your belly button to your lower dantian. Let all the tension go. Let your legs sink and fall into the earth, rooting and anchoring yourself naturally. Top of the head lightly suspended from above, but the shoulders and arms just hanging, falling. The spine expanded because it's been suspended from above. But all the joints are loose and open. Breathing is relaxed. The belly expands naturally and collapses naturally. Any distraction, acknowledge it, and then return back to your breath. Slowly open your eyes, rub your hands together, loosen up your joints. Okay, so theme is always Sung. No matter what we do, we're always learning and redefining your definition of relaxing and applying it to everything we do. Right? Joints are loose, they're expanded, you can have movement in all your joints, stability, and we're introducing the third movement for the silk reeling. And I think we'll stick with it for at least a few weeks before we move into the fourth movement. Okay. I'll try to get this video out to you within the next couple days. Getting these videos out is my impetus for getting my new computer. It takes me, for an hour video, it takes about 8 hours to render, 8 hours to convert it. Yeah, if I start it now, maybe by 9 o'clock it would finish, but yeah. So I do have some incentive. All right, right hand, left hand. Oh yeah, you can finish all the normal things we do. So even if I don't do them in class, go ahead and do the slapping and